If, if there is one club in the world that proved in the past that can overcome any situation, any disaster, is our club, is Manchester United Football Club.
Wow, that was a really good speech. I really liked that speech. It didn't go on and on. It was short and sweet, but to the point. I like that, and it was honest. Yeah, well, we'll get back to Ruben in just a quick second, but remember, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when the next Big D video hits. And as ever, if something is on your mind, if something is bubbling up inside of you that you need to express, please express it in the comments. The Big D reads all of the comments, and he's always interested in what is on your mind. Yeah, so this is Ruben Amorim's final address to Old Trafford on the last game of the season against Aston Villa, and he addresses the elephant in the room, the elephant that we haven't been ignoring, and that is that United have been crap. But anyway, have a little look at his address. Stick around for after the clip, because the Big D is going to be giving his thoughts on why the tide could, in fact, be turning for Manchester United, despite everything that we've seen over the past 6 months. Here's Ruben.
First of all, I want to apologize for this season. I know you are really disappointed with me and really disappointed with the team. Second thing, I want to say thank you. We are very grateful for your support during the season, and I know that was really hard. I know it was really hard to support us in many games. But now we have to make a choice. Or we stay stuck in the past, because this season is in the past, is over. We fight each other, or we stick together and move forward. Six months ago, in my first 3 games in charge, with 2 victories and 1 draw, I said to you, the storm is coming. Today, after this disastrous season, I want to tell you the good days are coming. If there is one club in the world that proved in the past that can overcome any situation, any disaster, is our club, is Manchester United Football Club. Now I want to say sorry also to my players. Sometimes I was not fair, but I try always to be honest with you guys. Thank you very much. See you next season.
One thing that sticks out for me in this clip is, or shall I say in this whole speech, is that he said that at the very beginning, when he first took over, he said the storm is coming. And it has to be like that. They have to be harsh at first, go through the pain so that they can pass through it, and at the end of that, things will get better. And he did say that. But now he's saying that the good times are coming. And perhaps we've been through the worst. Perhaps we've seen the worst. Hopefully we've seen the worst. But he's been honest about everything so far. I can't think of one instance where he hasn't really been... I can't think of one instance where he has been wrong, really, or where he's wavered in his beliefs. Not yet, anyway. And see, the thing is, he wasn't great at Sporting Lisbon when he first took over as well. It took a little bit of an adjustment period there for things to sort of really click into gear. And then once they did click into gear, they just went poof. And that could be the situation at Man United. Now, the only problem is that to get players into Manchester United, it's going to cost a lot of money. To get players out of Manchester United, it's going to cost someone else a lot of money that they might not want to play. Well, they might not want to pay. It's all well and good buying, lots of cheap talent for the Portuguese league, but buying talent for the Premier League is a different kettle of fish. I think it can be done. I've read today that he's got 100 million to spend right now, but that's not including player sales. So if they've got 100 million to spend now without player sales, I think United have got about 250 million to spend, and that's more than enough for Man United to get the players in that they need. So let's say they got rid of Garnacho, there's 60. They got rid of Rashford, there's 100. And then they got rid of Anthony for 40. There's 140. Who else is there? Sancho, there's another 40. So that's, what's the maths on that? That's 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 180. That's 180 million. That's 280 million pounds to spend. And all this team needs is a number 9, a number 10 and a goalkeeper. And you could get all of that for less than 200 million, as I have proven in a previous video. Because we've got a good team there, they just haven't clicked yet. Well, they didn't click in time for the Premier League, and we had a distinct inability to score goals. So there's no reason why Man United can't do that. It's just, the question is whether or not we can get the players that we want, that we need, and it's whether or not the players that we've got already are going to continue to buy into Ruben Amorim's plan. Or are they going to burn out? Is Ruben Amorim going to lose the dressing room like Erik ten Hag did eventually when he was manager of Manchester United? So, these are other little variables that we need to bear in mind. But he has got until October. And I think if we see a distinct lack of progress when it comes to October, he's out the door. But I'm going to make my Big D prediction. This is a unique situation that we are in now. We've never had this situation before, post-Fergie, because every manager that came in outside of... every manager that came in tried to slowly implement their way of playing. And then when they got to the situation where they were playing the way that they wanted to play, the team kind of crumbled. Whereas now, he's just going straight for that. He's not slowly trying to implement it. He's doing it with a blunt, forced hammer. And if you don't get used to it, you're out. There's no middle ground with this guy. There was middle ground with the other guys. They tried to make the best of what they had, and the only other time where there was massive changes at Old Trafford, post Alex Ferguson, with a new manager, was Louis van Gaal in his second season, and he shot himself in the foot with that one because, he alienated everyone and he got rid of all the backups. So, it's going to be an interesting season. It's certainly going to be an interesting pre-season. I hope it's an interesting season because this season's been boring. But we will see. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think that Ruben Amorim will be able to get the players that he wants, that he needs to make this team and this system stick? and flourish. Thoughts in the comments. Please, thoughts in the comments. The Big D wants to know what you're thinking, and he'll see you in the next one.